All right, man. Let's talk some Los Angeles Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Lakers have home court advantage here. They tied 2-2 in the regular season. Headlines happening right here. So Luka has dominated the Timberwolves in recent matchups, especially in last year's playoffs. Anthony Edwards is definitely looking for revenge from that series. He was fatigued, y'all remember, and burnt out from
Hmm.
eliminating the Suns and the
Hmm.
Nuggets. So between those two, I expect Ant and Luka to ball out. They're both going to get theirs. So in 4 games this regular season, we still have yet to see how these current teams match up injury free. So let's do a positional breakdown real quick. Point guard, you got Luka going up against a 37-year-old Mike Conley. This is
Right.
19th season in the league, by the way. Career
Hmm.
low points with 8 a game. About time for him to hang it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Shooting guard, you got Anthony Edwards, who's going to serve up Austin Reeves.
Hmm.
Small forward, you got Jaden McDaniels. He's going to get his chance to lock down the king. Power forward, we're going to get to see Hachimura matched up on Julius Randle. And then at center, you're gonna see Rudy Gobert just fucking decimate Jackson Hayes on the boards, man. He
Hmm.
might average 16 boards per game because Jackson Hayes still cannot learn how to rebound, and I don't understand it.
Hey.
Just big for nothing. Big for nothing. These kids are God. Ain't do
Got
nothing. But
him.
anyways, those positional matchups, obviously, they're going to fluctuate because, sometimes they're going to run LeBron at the small, then the power, depending on who's on the court, who's not. Lakers don't really have that true big, so they got to, fluctuate how they can.
Right.
Bam, how you feeling about your Lakers matching up against the Timberwolves? This is going to be a intense matchup. Anthony Edwards is out for blood.
I mean, that's fine, but you still got to play the game. It's a lot of different matchups. Like I say, defensively, I feel like JJ Redick got us in a nice place, bro. Third seed, man. I wouldn't have expected for us to be the third seed.
Me neither.
So shout out to JJ for handling business. LeBron, he's playing. It's the first year in 20 years or whatever. He didn't average 25, so he averaged 24.4. But in your 21st year, man, that's amazing. So we
Hmm.
gotta we gotta give a shout out to him. Austin Reeves, man, been balling out of his mind. Like it doesn't matter. He can play on the first team, second team. He's been doing big work. And man, Luca gonna do Luca. He needs to play better defense. But freaking Gabe Vincent coming off the bench has been so wild to me, bro. Because I written this man off. This man had 20 the other game, 14 other. I'm like, man, okay, you starting to get your little swagger back. So if
Yeah,
he
the
can
game's
come
really rested their
in,
starters.
hey, no, I'm talking about before then. Before then. So like I say, man, we just need those guys to come off the bench and handle business because I feel like we can kill them with the bench points. So I think that's going to be one of the key things. They're going to try to get LeBron in foul trouble, Luka in foul trouble. That's probably going to be the biggest issue with the Lakers team. But like I say, man, they got some stars over there at Timberwolves, but you running that shit with Mike Conley, man, shit, you going slow motion. You feel me? You might as well be moonwalking down the court. For real. So you're gonna have to get somebody to get on Luca because Luca gonna get like 35 on you every time because you're not finna play no kind of defense because your ankle's bad, knees bad, back done. You feel me? Like, bro, you was you was running on fumes right now. So I'm liking my Lakers definitely to decimate these boys 4-1.
Man, come on.
Um, Gentleman
Decimate,
sweep, huh?
decimate these boys. Straight up.
Damn.
Defensively, they're not handling business. Defensively, they're not handling business over there. Hashimura gonna have him a good game. Austin Rivers gonna have him a good game, especially this game one. Man, we finna set the tone, man. LA finna be on fire Saturday night.
Bro, you was wild. 5 games. That is absolutely insane.
Minnesota was in the conference championship last season. Like you said, Luca put them boys to bed and put them on their way. So Anthony Edwards and them are going to look to get some get back. I think it's going to be a physical series for sure, especially because Ant wants some get back at Luca. Rudy Gobert is going to, like you say, he's going to get like 20 rebounds a game, 16 rebounds a game because Hayes, he's going to torch him. I expect Rudy Gobert to get his because he's well known for his rebounding and shit, defensive player of the year a few times. But what I'm looking at right now, 40-year-old LeBron James is leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists at 40 years old.
Actually, not
20,
in points because Luka's averaged more since he's gotten on the Lakers and the season.
well, okay, I'm going over season.
But still,
Right,
impressive as hell. Nonetheless,
right,
continue.
right. So, like you said, Sam, 24.4 points a game, about 8 rebounds a game, and 8 assists a game. 24, 8, and 8 for the 40-year-old. By God, I'll
That's
take that any fucking day of the week.
believe
That's
Luka's
why
going
he's
to
the king.
exactly. Luka's going to get his. He's going to get his 30, probably high 20s, maybe even a couple 40 pieces. Like I said, but I think this is going to be a physical series. I think what Minnesota is only going to be able to rely on is mostly Anthony Edwards to score and Rudy Gobert for inside layups and rebounding and shit like that. And the paint defense. But overall, man, this one's kind of hard for me because, like I said, it's going to be physical and it's going to want his get back at Luka. But I think the Lakers might have an overall better team. And I think I'm going to take the Lakers in 6 games.
Mm. Well, that's better than five, more realistic.
no, it's not. No, it's not. Cause I could have said 4 piece.
And then we would have had you drug tested next
Yeah,
episode.
4 piece, baby, straight up.
I think you are looking past the Timberwolves here, man. I really do. Like Wes reiterated, they definitely were in the Western Conference Finals last year. Lakers, obviously, to your point, have exceeded expectations by getting the 3 seed. I definitely wasn't expecting them to be that good. Obviously, I expected them in the playoffs, but what JJ Redick has, how he has them playing, especially defensively, is definitely a good look right now. They're playing good at the right time, adjusting and adapting following the Luka trade because that's something nobody could have ever seen happening come the beginning of the season.
Never.
So, but obviously you're gonna do good, get great star players on your team. I think what we're not mentioning here is the depth of these teams, right? Because both of these teams have pretty good depth, but their strength and their depth is in different areas, and that's a factor that we have to look into here. So you got Naz Reid and Dante
Hmm.
DiVincenzo for the Timberwolves. That gives them great depth down low as a big, and it gives you great depth from a shooting standpoint. Both of those players will give you a great boost off the bench scoring as well as other things. They both hustle on defense and so on. Both very impactful players. And then
Nas
the
Reed, that
Lakers,
man. Yeah, he that dude.
yeah, and then for the Lakers, you got Dorian Finney-Smith and Jared Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt's going to give you that boost, obviously, on the defensive side.
Defense. Hmm.
And Finney Smith has been coming in. He's been scoring a little bit, and he has a lot of experience too. He's been in the league for a while now, solid years with the Mavericks. You know what you're going to get from him. He's a hustler. And then Dalton, what? Connect.
Hmm.
Young
Hmm.
rookie. You need young guns like that for energy too. He's going to give you your extra little energy boost, and he's going to be out there hustling. So the Lakers have like more hustlers, and then the Timberwolves have some more better scorers coming off the bench, I believe. So these are going to be impactful players in this series as well, because with Minnesota, they're going to have to rely on Anthony Edwards and their shooters. They're going to have to shoot way more threes. Y'all know what I say. If you're outmanned by the team, you have to take and make more 3-pointers than the
Hmm.
opposition. That's what they're going to look to do in here. And they're going to be able to do so because you're going to have Rudy Gobert cleaning up all the misses. You know what I'm saying? LeBron's gonna have to get in there. He's gonna have to focus more on rebounding this series, I think, than scoring, because Luka's gonna lock that down as well too. He's gonna be the primary scorer probably in most of these games. But this series, go 7 games. Y'all is fucking tripping. Five,
No
six
way.
games. This series, go 7 games.
There's no way.
There is a way, and it will happen because you're sleeping on the Timberwolves and how they match up here. It's gonna be a lot more tight than anticipated, my friend. And when it comes down to it, in 7 games, it was hard for me to pick a winner. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to take the Lakers, bro. I'm gonna go with your Lakers because for 2 reasons. Because the Lakers, number one, are elite at home. They're 31-10 at home on the season, and they have home court advantage here. And I think that is gonna be a deciding factor in the series. And the other reason is stars, man. The Lakers have more stars on their team. I think that Minnesota needs another piece. The two biggest stars you have on that team is Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is not a star. He's a rebounding fucking vacuum machine.
Right.
And he
Yeah,
plays
basically.
defense. He does. He hustles. He does what he can do. He can score sometimes if he's got the right matchup. But this ain't going to be the matchup. You ain't going to get like 20, 25-point games from him in this year. I don't think
Never.
that's going to happen. That ain't happening.
Maybe
So,
double digits. Maybe.
yeah, maybe a game or two, but rebounding every game. But that's his role, and that's fine. But I think at the end of the day that Anthony Edwards, Minnesota's gonna have to do something to bring in another scorer as well who can play with Anthony Edwards, bro. That's not a Rudy Gobert or Julius Randle. I don't want to totally discredit him. He can play too when he decides to, but all you have to do is shut down the left side and then he can't go right.
Right. Exactly.
So, and there's that. You know what you're gonna get from Julius Randle, but maybe I'm wrong and he balls out. But I got this shit going 7 games, bro, and I'm taking the Lakers though. I think they get it done in 7 games. So disrespectful to the Timberwolves.
Nah,
Ooh,
you disrespectful to my Lakers, man, because them boys gonna get
I
crushed.
picked them to win the series. How the fuck is that disrespectful,
Man, because you talking about, oh man, it was hard for me to decide. Shit, you should know
It
me the
is.
Lakers
It
gonna
was hard for
ride.
me to decide too. I told you it's
bro?
gonna be
I
a physical
expected you to
fucking
pick them,
series.
but I
I'm
I
just
expect I
saying.
expected you to pick the Lakers. 5 games, bro. You know you fucking clowning. Stop playing.
5 games.
Stop
5
playing.
games. Act Shannon
You do not
Sharp.
you
Lakers
do
in
not believe
5.
that shit.
Lakers in 5.
You won one. 5 games.
Big thighs, high fives, Lakers in five.
Man, what? Curly fries, thick thighs, Lakers in 5, bitch.
Like Minnesota just ain't gonna get off the bus. Fuck,
Hey, I don't
Anthony
know about
Edwards
that
gonna win
shit.
you one, if not 2 games by himself. You fucking
Exactly.
crazy.